What's going on, everybody? It's your favorite dating coach, Elliot Scott, and I just woke up, as you can tell. Let me get all close up here. Look at those eyes. Those are some nasty ass red eyes. Just dead tired, okay? It looks like I've been doing a little bit of that. Right? It looks like I've been doing a little bit of that, okay? Just looking a little tired. My sleeping schedule's off, right? But you don't care about me. It's not about me. Okay, it's about you guys. And as you can see by the title below, we're going to be talking about what to do if a guy comes and goes, gotcha, bitch, and he keeps on pulling away. He comes around, he does his thing, and then he pulls away. And this was, it's just a damn camera. Get out of here, you fuck. I didn't mean that. And this was brought up by a client of mine, an email client who has a guy who was friends with benefits, and he was coming and going in her life, right? And he did at first he was just playing games, and he did something. She's like, man, I'm tired of this bullshit. Okay, I'm just tired of this bullshit. I'm done. And then when of course you all know how it is when when she's done, the guy comes around, he's begging to be with her, and he's like, this is so unfair, so one-sided. Why are you being like this and stuff like that? So she and this guy were actually going to meet up to talk about his feelings and why he, or just where he's coming from. And she's like, how do I go about this? And there's only two options you can go about, right? Now I'm going to give you more insight than this because these two things or options are very logical, but you can either go along with it or not. Okay, simple as that. Now I know that sounds simple, but let me explain a little more in detail what happens when you choose what, okay? Usually when women go along with it, and again, I understand why you like the guy, you can't help it. You desire him so much that you fear losing him, or the fact that you want the guy around because you feel like if he's around, then it's better than if he's away, or if he's around, that maybe someday he'll change his mind. You hold on to this hope. It's easier said than done when you like the guy. But what happens is you're building that layer, you're building that foundation for him to do that. Listen, it's just common sense here. If a guy comes and goes, he can only do that if you keep on letting him back in. And if you're letting him back in because you like him, again, look at the difference here. Because you like him, then he's going to take advantage of you. He's going to take you for granted, and there's no consequence or urges or anything for his actions. So why would he not keep doing it? He gets his place back in line. He's not getting scolded for doing what he's doing, so he's going to keep doing it. There's a reason he's doing it in the first place, which means there's a lack of attraction, there's a lack of respect, there's a lack of priority. So he's doing it. And when he does do it, it's doing it it's casuality, it's convenience. I mean, you just got to think of the hell are y'all doing? What are you looking at? Oh, hell no. What the hell's that? That's a big old ass thing. I'll have to get that one. Oh my. What the hell y'all looking at? You fucking crazies. But, wow, that's big. But, he's doing what again, don't focus so much on, oh, he's doing this. It's why he's doing it, okay? He's pulling back and forth for the lack of respect, taking you for granted. There's no consequences for his actions. You're not probably a top priority and things like that, okay? Now, the second option is not put up with it. But I know a lot of women are like, well, yeah, but that means I lose them. Okay, that's true. So there's only one other way to go about it, which is what I told this girl. I told the girl when they go to sit down, because they're meeting up somewhere to talk about it, when that guy pulls that bullshit, okay, you're sitting down, that guy comes and he tells you his story. Doesn't matter what he says. You're like, okay, yeah, sure. Just in your head, just like, yeah, whatever, okay. When he's finished, you need to tell him just one time, just say, hey, that's fine, okay, I understand. I'm going to give you one chance, and then you got to start drawing the fucking line on what happens if he breaks that, okay? That's very important. You can say, hey, I'll give you one last chance, okay? I understand, whatever, cool, great. But after this time, it is done, okay? So you can do what you want with it. I don't care what you do with it. After this, it's done, okay? And the reason that works so well is because there's a mutual understanding there. And again, you have to be done with him. If you do the shit, and you don't follow through, then you're just going to go back to that first option where he just takes advantage of you, okay? But you have to follow through. You have to give him this opportunity. Okay, now you have the power here because you're giving him this opportunity. You don't care what again, here's the power of it. You don't give a shit what he does. Okay, you don't give a shit what he does with it. You have to let go of the outcome. Either way, if he does great, great. If he doesn't, it's done. You could do whatever you want with it, dude. But if you start pulling that bullshit, I'm out. And he needs to know that. And this is very powerful. I remember my parents would do stuff like this to me. I mean, they're probably watching this like, no, we didn't. But there's times where I would have something, for example. They would give me, my brother or sister something, or money or allowance or whatever. I remember my dad would give me a lot of money all the time. And I just said, hey, shoot, kid, go buy something. You know, go down to, because I lived on base, and I would always want money for arcade and video games or Burger King. So my friends and I would just get some money and go play some games. And if I ever lost it or lost something, or my mom and dad would give me whatever, allowance or anything, they would just be like, hey, I mean, that's on you. You know, and what I mean by that is, I know, again, it sounds simple, but it's either way, like, we did our job. We gave you your allowance. We gave you money to go out with your friends. You lost it, tough shit. Either way, it's not any skin off their back because they gave me the money. Now it's my responsibility to, you know, I obtained it. Now it's my responsibility to do what I please with it. Whether I lose it or I keep it and I use it for great things, whatever, okay? Same thing with this guy. You know, you can give him that opportunity. Now it's his responsibility to do what he wants with it. Dependent on what he does with it, kind of shows where he stands, okay? So this is no different. With that being said, ladies, listen. Hey, if you want to give the guy another chance, go ahead. But if you already gave him too many chances and he's pulling this bullshit again, I don't think he's going to change. That's just me. With that being said, I love you. Take care. If you haven't yet, please subscribe. If you want a video from yours truly, no, not a video, a session with yours truly. This is what happens when you don't do your videos. The links are down in the description. Phone session, down in the description, okay? I love you. Take care, and peace.